I'm going to use P words because I love P words, along with my theme of pursuit of passionate purpose. So, what is a passionate purpose? A passionate purpose is a goal, an objective, maybe your North Star you're working towards with great enthusiasm, energy, zeal, passion, my favorite word. And my research study, which came out in this book, showed that it is the pursuit of passionate purpose, not only the attainment of the goal, and the connections along the way that bring the real rewards to life. So think of a time that you were passionately pursuing a purpose. It might be today. Think of it. Get it in your mind. What did it feel like? Do you have something in your mind? What did it feel like? Deirdre, quick one word.
It felt comfortable.
Comfortable, great. It felt success. It felt good, right? Anyone here likes to feel good? Yeah. Okay, so we like to feel good. We want to pursue these passionate purposes. So one thing, there's a 4-step process that works in pursuing any passionate purpose. You first have to start with finding your passion. Next, you connect it with the purpose. Then you pursue it with all your heart, with all your soul, passionately, until you get to a point where you assess progress and you see how you're doing. You might make some mid-course corrections, but you then continue in what I call this sacred circle of life, those 4 phases. And so I'm going to just tell you the story of the Colorado Business and Professional Women's Education Foundation, which now is called CWEF, the Colorado Women's Education Foundation, but how it pursued the passionate purpose using this model. So what was our passion? It's the same passion we have in BPW now, to help women attain economic self-sufficiency through education. Education is part of the magic formula. That is one of the game changers. Next, we aligned that passion with the purpose of tripling the amount of giving we could do from this foundation, because there were so many women needing help and we didn't have enough money. So we set this goal of $300,000 that we wanted to build in the endowment. And so then we, on the 4th stage of the process, we put together a plan to pursue the purpose. And so we developed this 5-year plan with persistence, but we had to attract passionate people. And the first thing we did was, at that point, we built a strong board. Pam DeBellis, who is here, was part of that original board for the endowment. There were other people, Ida Hallis. There's many people here today who have continued this legacy and who are on the board. Thank you so much. Now, when we then started working, we put together an advisory board, but some of you in here are on the advisory board, like Ann Steinbeck, but we actually said we need donors. So we went back to the original founder, Ann Steinbeck. Stand up. She is one of the original founders of this foundation. And I want to tell you, in my book, I have this quote, and I have to tell it, I'm reading it for Ann's sake. If I have seen further, it is by standing upon the shoulders of giants. That is what Sir Isaac Newton said. And Ann Steinbeck is one of those giants that I have stood upon, and many people here in BPW have stood upon. She is in the Colorado Women's Hall of Fame. She is the mover and the shaker who has led us where we need to go. Okay, so I went to her and I said, Ann, we have this dream of this endowment. What did she do? She immediately said she would be the first person to write a $1,000 check to become the first lifetime scholar. She went on to become a $10,000 donor. But that paved the way for us to build and to get other net worth individuals to join on the bandwagon. Carol Griever Gray pledged initially $5,000 for 5 years, and that grew to $100,000. Linda Shoemaker, who was the Boulder BPW Woman of the Year this month she put in 10,000. We went to corporations. Okay, Cynthia Weemy. Is Cynthia Weemy here? Yes. Where is she? Stand up. She led the way with Jefferson. Jefferson was one of the first companies to join our endowment campaign and commit. And on from there, US West committed and others. We had the BPW locals. BPW Boulder did a bunch of fundraisers, raised 10,000, but it didn't stop there. Steamboat Springs with Cynthia Vaida, they raised money, and she personally pledged 10,000 or more. Anyway, it built. Together, women, we are making a difference. We took that 5-year plan, we beat it. We raised that money for the foundation in 4 years. When we Nancy Greenberg and her partner Erwin Buck's firm actually was our financial management firm for the money. They donated their time in order to manage that money well. I mean, I could go on and on. It was an army of women and men working together. So, yeah, it was the pursuit of passion and purpose process. We then assessed progress. How is it going? We had to regroup, and we had to make some changes along the way. If anyone here has ever contributed time, talent, or treasury to the Colorado BPW Foundation, if you could stand now, I want you to be recognized. Okay, well, so what you are seeing is one of the things that I call the success strategy is the connections strategy. We don't do it alone. First you have to listen to yourself, follow your heart, because that's your inner, wiser, older self is going to really guide you. And so every day I use this affirmation. I listen, hear, understand, and take appropriate action. Because in my job, I am faced daily with unbelievable opportunities, and I cannot do it alone. And so I tap into that inner, wiser, older self, as well as all of my experience, as well as the team around me. So first yourself, then personally, your family, your friends, but do you have a personal advisory board who is helping you in your life, on your career path? You should. Then your team, right? That is, you're working together. And then advocates, just like Mark Benioff, those advocates need to be men as well as women who are working towards this common cause. So that's the connections strategy. I'm going to tell you one more of the 6 strategies, and it is called the attraction strategy. And the attraction strategy, I actually, after I was fortunate enough to get this position, I wrote my blog post. I've been writing a blog post on my Pursuit of Passion and Purpose website for 10 years. So if you want to know anything about Pursuit of Passion and Purpose for free, you can go to that website and look at 10 years of posts. And I think there's 1 or 2 good things in there, but I'm not going to read the post. I will tell you what the attraction strategy is. Okay, what you have to do is hold a bigger vision of where you want to go. So think about where you're at now, okay? You've thought about a passion and purpose that you might have pursued. Think about what's next. Where do you want to go? What's that bigger vision? Now, be big, be bold, but don't be too constrained, because what you deliver might be much, much better than you've ever dreamed. Then, what you want to do is involve your head, your heart, your hands, all of you, towards bringing this into fruition. And then you want to be flexible and let it come your way. Here, I found the blog post. Okay. So you want to be open to the possibilities. Feel passionately about getting it. And so that you don't only, and this is one of my other affirmations every day. Let's see if I can bring it up. It's like, I easily attract and feel passionate about the outcome of those things I want in life. And I want to be the most successful CIO for the state of Colorado together with my team, so we are doing great things for you, the citizens of Colorado. Okay. So then you take that action, I said, but then you have to let go, and let go of attachment to a certain outcome. This has always been a challenge for me. But anyway, I was running my Radish Systems firm, this last entrepreneurial venture, and I was starting to think, I want to do something different. I think government is the thing. And this was back sometime in 2018, and I want to be a public servant. And I thought, wow, a lot of women are running for office. I think I should run for office. But I've got to get Radish packaged up and sold and whatever. But so I started talking to people in government, and then I'm driving my car in November, and I hear Governor-elect Polis on the radio. I'm looking for good people. Please go to my website and apply for positions. So, opportunity knocked. So I did. I went to the website and I applied, and it said, you will hear back by December 1st for an interview, or not. So December 1st came and went. I heard nothing. I thought, oh no. Well, I gave it a try. It must not have been a match. Well, December 16th, Sunday evening, 8 p.m., I get a call from the governor-elect's scheduler. Can you meet with Jared Polis tomorrow? I said, well, I'll check my calendar. So obviously I met with him. But anyway, luckily, I was fortunate enough. And I asked him, I said, well, after the interview, I told him all about pursuit of passion and purpose, among other things. And he actually, his favorite flower is a sunflower. So I think that really was important. And so I said, well, when might I hear? And he said, well, probably before Christmas. And I said, okay, well, Christmas comes and goes, and I haven't heard a thing. So right before the end of the year, I sent him a note, why Theresa Szczurek might be the best person for the CIO position. Now, I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but the next day, less than 24 hours later, I did get the call. And so here I am. And so it just goes to show this attraction strategy works. I wrote about it on how I got this position. I used the attraction strategy. So, okay, in summary, let me close. How will you apply something I said to you today in your life? Take a moment. What is at least one thing that you are going to take away and apply in your life?
Have confidence in yourself.
Oh, yes. Oh, thank you, Dan. Give me some, anyone else?
Follow your heart.
Follow your heart. What else?
Let go of the outcome.
Let go of the outcome.
Create a personal advisory board.
Personal advisory board.
Be positive.
Be positive. Yay. Oh.
Listen, hear, understand, and take action. Now listen.
Listen, yeah. Oh.
Be persistent.
Be persistent. Wonderful. Oh, I'm glad you got something out of this story. Because it is the pursuit of passion and purpose, not only its attainment, and connections along the way that bring the real rewards to life. Remember, life is short. Follow your heart. Light a fire and keep it burning. Begin now and remember to enjoy the journey.